video log with me, Wayne, from swimmingcyclingrunning.com. Got a bit of a cold started yesterday, so apologies for my voice, but today we're looking at the Garmin 735xt, which is a replacement to my Garmin Fenix 2 that I've had, but this was bought for me for Christmas by my wife. And I want to look at it today in terms of how good it is for a coach. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? We've never really thought of a forerunner being used by a coach, especially a swim coach. And I've always been looking for something that could take us to the next level in swim coaching. And I think the Garmin Forerunner 735xt might just be that thing. So compared to the Fenix 2, the 735xt is a lot thinner, and I would suggest a lot nicer. But the 735 has also other advantages. The battery life is extended and effectively lasts more than a week, especially if you're not using Bluetooth. The Bluetooth can connect to your phone and you can get messages on it and things like that. I don't actually need my watch to do that, so I keep the Bluetooth off and I've got a phenomenal battery life. When I switch the Bluetooth on is to sync to my Garmin Connect on my phone, and that is absolutely seamless. It's really quick. With the Fenix 2 it didn't really work, and so I always had to connect my Fenix 2 to the computer. The Forerunner 735xt seamlessly connects through Bluetooth to my phone, and bang, I've updated everything. From the Fenix 2 and above, Fenix 3, 720, 920, etc., you've been able to get certain things for cycling and for running, like vertical oscillation, stride length, cadence, things like that. In cycling you've been able to get power and work on that. But in swimming there's been nothing, there's not even been heart rate. And the 735xt is a game changer because of this heart rate strap. Now if you buy the watch it comes with a heart rate monitor, it doesn't work in water. This heart rate strap now works in water, and it is going to revolutionise, if used properly, swim training at club level. There are also other features I'm going to show you on the computer that you can download to the watch and actually work for individual clients or for a complete squad that you're training. And I think those facilities are going to revolutionise, or can potentially revolutionise, coaching for coaches like me at a head coach of a swimming club. We've never been able to work in zones. We try and work in zones. All my session plans say, I want you in this zone. Now I can know they're in the zone. I know that my training is going to be effective, or as effective it can be. Once again, apologies for the voice. We're going to go to the computer and we're going to have a look on there and see exactly what it does. So here we are in Garmin Connect. It's my Garmin Connect, and this is the activity tracking screen. And it's got loads of things on there. You can personalise this if you want. I haven't necessarily done that, I just haven't bothered. And I've synced it today, and you can see the Forerunner 735xt is the watch. And down here you've got connections. That's important to a coach. We can use this section to connect to people. So if you've got, let's say, a lane of people with watches, that lane of people could all be connections of yours, and you can click into their particular exercises by just using this connections tab, which is pretty useful. From the main dashboard, if you go up to the left hand top corner and click, you'll see a load of choices that you have. What we're going to look at is we're going to look at the activities tab, which lists all the activities you've done. Obviously as a multi-sport athlete, you'll have loads of activities. They're generally listed in date order. And you can see that I started swimming here on Wednesday, January the 25th, and I've done 4 swims since then. And those are the things we're going to actually look at. And we'll look at the first swim since October, because that was the first swim since October. And we can see that we have the normal things that we have on a Fenix 2, which would be pace, strokes and swolf. But we also have at the bottom a heart rate tab, and that's a continuous record of our heart rate throughout the session, and that's something we've never been able to do before. You can see also we've got the metrics here, 149
minutes per 100. I thought that was quite good for my first session. I wasn't trying to push it too much. Because I'm not really swimming fit, I was going to do fairly short sessions, but fairly punchy sessions. Go down to the bottom and we've got heart rate information, 130 beats per minute average, 148 max, training effect 3.3. Swimming dynamics, 495 strokes, 25 strokes a minute, 29 strokes per minute max, 11 strokes per length, an average source score. Source score was time and your strokes. So it's strokes per length plus the time you've taken for that length. And you can change the timings to either speed or you can change it to time per 100 metres, which is what I tend to prefer. If we go into the intervals tab, we've got something slightly different. Each of the tabs can open up to look at the bits of the swim in length by length structure. So the first swim was a 100 metre warm up, and then I did another 100 metre warm up after that. And you can see that it's slowly but surely getting faster, which is what it should in a warm up. So that's quite good. And again, unusual. These, all of them, have average and maximum heart rates per length. And you can see again, 89, 102, 99, 111, 115, 124, 121, 125. And that's exactly what you'd expect for a warm-up. You're slowly but surely getting your body ready for exercise. Interestingly, you can see all these splits on the 50s that I was doing, and you've just got a time, like 133 per 100, 137, 142, 143, 143, 142. Tiring slightly. I did find this really a difficult session as my first back since October. Interesting, what we get now, we can put this into graphical order. So we get length and stroke, and you can see here I've done some backstroke. Just in the warm-up, just to stretch my back out. I've got quite a bad back. And then we'll see all the intervals as seconds per length, all the way down in graphical form, right the way down to my cool down, which was a 200 metre front to back by 50s. More interestingly, as a coach, we want to really see that what we're doing makes sense. If we've designated a particular training zone to be in, we really want to know that the swimmer's been in that, otherwise we're not getting the training effect we want. And if you look at here, we have zones 1 to 5 and the time that I spent in all of those. Now Z4 and Z3 would be the main two ones, or two zones. That would be for general fitness, the threshold pace if you like. Top zone 4 would be threshold, then there'd be zone 5 and zone 6. They actually go up to 6 zones. I obviously didn't push it in this particular section, but we've never as coaches been able to look at this detailed information before and actually use it, which is hugely useful to us. One of the really nice things about being able to view the activities like this is if I click the first 3 swims I did, I can click compare activities and you'll see that I get a comparative up. Now this comparative over time can show me various things, whether I'm getting fitter or not. Now I can actually look at the heart rates in the individual activities for efforts, but let's have a look at the 50s that I did. They're very similar, all of these sets. So in the first one, the first 50 I did was 133 pace, in the second 147. Now that's quite a drop off, and I actually think that my muscles were fatigued in that second swim. And if you look at the 147, 144, 146, 146, 145, they didn't even approach the first swim. So I clearly had fatigue in my muscles. However, in the third swim, if we look at these 50s, all right, well, I'm not up to the first swim. I'm 142 instead of 133. But in the first swim, I'm tiring. I'm getting slower on the way through. On the final swim, I'm going 142, 142, 142, which is even, then starting to increase the pace. And I even manage a 139, whereas in the first swim, I was down at 143. So that shows to me that I'm actually getting fitter to do that particular type of work. And if I follow that through individual clients over time with similar sessions, that's so useful. I can't tell you how useful that is to me as a coach, to know that the effect I'm looking for is actually happening. But there's one thing I've really been waiting for, and we're going to get that in a second, and that's workouts. With my clients, I send them workouts for things like track sessions and for turbo sessions, which are really useful. But now we've actually got the ability to build pool swim sessions. This is just an astounding feature, and I'm going to go through it with a particular session in mind and show you how we can build that and send it to a watch, share it with all our swimmers, and get them swimming the same thing, doing the right thing at the right time. So on the right hand side of the screen now, we have a session that I'm going to put in to this workout. I'm going to change the workout name, and I'm going to call it, you see it's done on the 2nd of the 2nd, 0202 2017. Oh, should have put a slash there, 2017. Steady to hard. FC skills. Okay, let's just click that. That was the reason for the session, or the focus of the session. Select a distance. We're going to choose. Before I do that, you've got pool side. You can edit the pool size, and you can choose anything from 50 meters to 25 meters, 33 1/3, or custom size it if that's what you've got. I'm choosing 25 meters, obviously, because that's the type of pool I'm in. So we're selecting a distance, and we will choose 400 meters, and we'll choose any stroke or mixed strokes. We've got no equipment for this particular one, and we'll allow someone to press the button when they start the next workout. The next workout is the 4 times 100s on 2 minutes. So we will add a repeat, and we'll drag that repeat up to there, and we'll swim 100 meters, and we're going to say freestyle. We're going to add some equipment here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add fins, because we're going to do this in fins. And what we're going to do is we're going to select a fixed repetition time. And the fixed repetition time we're going to do is 2 minutes exactly. Now in the repeats, we're going to have 4 of them. So we've now got this section in there. They would have this as doggy paddle 2 lengths, swim 2 lengths, scull to fists, push and glide to swim. So they would have that instruction anyway, and this could be on their watch. Okay, we're going to add a step after that, and that's going to be a swim, and we're going to have 6, sorry, I'm going to redo that, we're going to have 6 50s, so we're going to have 6 50 meters, we're going to have freestyle, and we're going to have max speed 50s, but we're going to repeat these on a repetition time of 1:05. So now what we have to do is we have to put in this main set, which is a series of 150 meter swims done twice. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swims done twice, so that's 10 swims. We need another set of repeats. That's the way I'm going to do it. You could put individual swims in there and individual rests, but I'm going to do it as a set of repeats. Add a repeat, that's coming at the bottom, and notice it's coming with a rest, so we'll put it up there, and we'll actually drag the rest up there, because as it says there, that the last rest repeat will be ignored because it'll work on the lap button. Okay, so we now need 10 repeats. Swim, select the distance, which is 150 meters. We're going again with freestyle, and the duration is 3 minutes per swim. And that's that done. So we've got the rest in there, Now all we have actually is a cool down, so we can get rid of that swim, that rest, and that rest, and we're going to cool down, select a distance, and in this case it's 150 meters. We'll say mixed strokes, front to back is quite good, and we'll save the workout. And that says the workout has been saved. Now what I need to do is connect my watch and send this to the watch. You'll see here we now have 0207 steady to hard FC skills. So we need to send that to the watch. You just connect the watch to the device, use Garmin Connect, send it to the watch. It'll be on the watch, and then, believe it or not, I can share it by copying it to any athlete I have. And I've just easily created a workout that I can do for anyone in a single lane or lanes. And we can do that multiple times. You can copy them, you can paste them, you can do things like that. That is a fantastic facility that we've never ever had before.
So there you have it. The 735xt is a phenomenal tool, and finally the swim coach is going to be accountable for what they do, and they're actually going to be able to see the training effect they're actually going to have. They're going to see that the people in their charge are actually in the right training zones. One of the problems that all coaches have is some people go too hard, some people go too soft. We will know when that happens now, and therefore we will get the best out of each swimmer if we use the tool correctly. I'll just show you something a bit closer, because I want to show you that that workout I've actually put to this watch. So I'll just get up close and personal and show you what is on the watch. Okay, so here's the watch with its normal time. We'll go into its pull modes and we'll go down, activity state, training, go into training, my workouts, pool swimming, and there is that workout that I just put in. And the reason why I'm putting date first is because obviously it's not very long, that section, and I want that date to be shown first so that we know that's the date I'm doing it on. Okay, there you go. That is a phenomenal tool, and it's already in my watch, ready to do the next time I go to the pool. Now, as you probably know, I am what I call myself a techno-tart. But when you see a piece of technology that can actually make your job of coaching more responsible, more responsive, and actually you can tell exactly what you're doing, you've got metrics to prove that either you're being successful or something's going wrong, then it just takes your coaching to another level. And I'm going to try and start using that as of now in my coaching of club swimmers, which has never been done before. So we're on to a new wave of coaching in club swimming. I'm really excited about that. Hopefully you can tell. The 735xt is a phenomenal watch. If anyone wants to get it for either triathlon or swimming, it's a perfect tool for you to use. I'm sure it'll get better in the future, but at the moment it does every single thing that I think